Hello class, Mr. Pash here, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to work with text within Photopea. But first we're going to go over a design technique when working with text, and this design technique is called visual hierarchy. And when we're talking about visual hierarchy working with text, basically what we're talking about is the most important information that goes first should stand out first. And the easiest way to do that is by size and or by color and maybe a different style of font per se. The text that goes next to that would be some sort of subtitle or prompt that could be a little bit smaller and or a different color. And then below that would be your body of text, what you're writing and you're reading. When we're talking about body of text, we want to keep it really simple. Don't use a fancy font, and make sure that it contrasts really well against the background. So just doing a very dark like a black or very light like a white or some shades in between of different tones of colors could work, but you got to make it sure it's really dark or really light. Okay, so here's a really great clean example of that. See the title, this is the name of the artist, and we've got the prompts with some nice spacing in between the body of text. Makes it really easy to read. Okay. All the colors are the same, but we notice what jumps out first, the name of the artist. We even got a title of the page, and below that, the name of the person turning in that. And we're talking about prompts, and then the text, at least the prompts here are in bold. It would have been nicer to put some spacing in between or maybe a different color here just to help that stand out, but that works as well. So lots of different ways you could do it. The idea is really basic and simple, and there's a variety of ways we can do it. But basically you want to stay with size of the font, different colors, and possibly styles, different styles of the font. Okay. So when we get into Photopea, here I changed the layout from my previous video just to kind of play out with some different dynamics of how things are laid out. You're going to want to click your layer, and to start with type right here, T, really easy for your type tool. Now once you hit that T and you click, it's going to automatically make a new layer for you. If you look over here, here's that new layer. This text can now be written over anywhere within this document. And I'm going to type out Oritor. It's really big already. And when you're done typing it out, hit the Move tool, and then you'll get a transform box. Now when you guys type it out, it's probably going to be a lot smaller than this. But when you hit that transform box, hold your Shift key, and now you can stretch it out for whatever size you want at any time. You don't have to worry about point or pixel size of the text. Just do something that you like. Okay. Now within Photopea, they have very unusual styles of fonts. Some I've never heard of. When you pop it up, you'll see a little preview of them. You know, I'm not a super fan of a lot of these, but you know, okay. We'll just say we'll do something really decorative right here for Oritor. That actually works a little bit. Do I want to use that for my text for writing? No, I do not. It'll be very hard to read. Now, if I want to change the color of this, you're going to want to click in there with your cursor. Click the T for your type tool. And up here, you see a little box next to the paragraphs. You're going to be able to change that color. Now, if you color pick something before, they will pop up there, or you can drag up and down for a different hue. These are pure colors over here. And then you can click over here for tints, tones, and shades of that color. Okay. And you can kind of see the newer color up above that black right here of what you're going to select. So I'm just going to go super dark turquoise just to kind of, just for whatever. And we'll click that, and there it is. And let's stretch it out a little bit more. Let's make it really big. Okay. You're also going to want to put your name on the document just for kicks. So I'm going to hit that type tool over here, and I'll stick with that same font. I'll say by Mr. Pash. Now this font is all caps, and I hit the wrong button here. I'm going to click anywhere in here, okay, because I can move it. Let's go by Mr. Pash. Okay. Click that move tool. Let's hold shift. Let's size this down. Okay. And let's line it up right in here just for fun. Okay. Now, next thing, we got a nice big title right here for the name of the artist. I could probably make that a little bit bigger. Let's go and start putting in some text. Let's start with the prompt, and we're probably going to want to pick a different font here, but let's start off with whatever, our previous font, and let's put in artist background. Okay. Now the cursor's down at the end before I hit that move tool to place it. And let's find something that's going to work. I'm going to find something super simple, just kind of a sans serif font if you know it, and just for time's sake I'm just going to hit encode sans, whatever that is. Okay, there we go. Very basic font. And let's hit this move tool. Let's go artist background. Okay, and just for kicks, let's put it down here. Go a little bit smaller. And I noticed in Photopea they don't give you a lot of options for thin and bold, but if you look up here, here's regular. Oh, this one does. Look at all the sizes and weights of that. That's actually going to work out really well. So let's do a semi-bold, just to have that stand out pretty nicely. Now when you write text, instead of just clicking once, grab that type tool again and let's drag a text box. Okay, and when you drag a text box, you can start typing. Okay, I'm just going to type whatever. That text is going to stay within that box, so it's going to create kind of a grid for you. Okay. Now what this won't allow you to do, let's say you want to resize this. Okay. Well, now when you grab the, oh, it is doing it automatically. Okay, never mind. I was going to say usually in Photoshop it just grabs the text box and makes it bigger. It doesn't allow you to move the font. Let's move this to light. Okay, make it a little bit different than our subtitle or prompt. And let's keep it the same. If you want to change the font size up here, you can drag up and down. Make sure you highlight it first. And we'll go 30. We'll go a little bit smaller there. Okay. And so that's, oof, never seen that before. Okay. And that should work right there. Now, when you create your other boxes for the other prompts here, artist background, theme, medium, and critique, try to keep the same font and the same size just to keep that fluid. You don't want to change your fonts every which way. You might think it's a good design choice because you're doing new stuff and you're adding variety, but with text, it just makes it look very chaotic. Okay, so I'm going to try something else here. See if I can... let's say we want to repeat this. Let's say we want to repeat artist background. Here's a little trick here. Let's see if it works. If we hold Option and we click, ooh, look at that. And if you're using Chromebook, you're going to want to hold Alt. Okay, we click, and then let go of your mouse. You'll notice it makes a copy of it. Now you could just put your cursor in there using the type tool. Now we have the same font weight, same font size, and now we can put in theme. Makes it really easy to go. And then once we want to place that, you can hit this check mark or just go back to the move tool. Okay. Let's see if we could do the same thing here. Let's go back to, sorry, there's no auto. Let's hit auto select here. That's going to allow us to click anywhere. Oh, there we go. Much better. Again, that's auto select. Will allow you to click on any object and go straight to that layer. Let's duplicate this. Now watch this. I'm going to hit Option. Ooh, I guess I got to hold Option first. Okay, okay. There we go. Option first, then click. Keeps that same font weight, font size, Now you can just go back in there and start with your new paragraph writing about the theme. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to resize that text box, but this should do you guys proper just to get started here. We'll try to figure that out. See if I could do it really quick before the end of the video. Yeah, it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't do that. Should just move the text box. What's going on? Oh, how about if I use type tool? Nope, doesn't use that, is it? We got to figure it out, Mr. Pash. Okay, we'll figure it out by next class period. So once you guys get to a good area, and let's say you're done for the day, okay, make sure you guys save your file, okay? And so you're going to want to go to File, Save as PSD. That's a Photoshop drive. I don't know what the D stands for. But you're going to want to save it at Photoshop. It should save straight to your downloads, which it did to mine. And you'll be able to open that back up and have all your layers if you use it in a different time. If you do not save it and you close out of Photopea, all your stuff will be gone because you're only working in a web browser. It won't save your document for you. Okay, so it starts clean every time. So make sure you save as a PSD. Now, if you're done, you could save or export as a JPEG or a PDF. But if you do that, it's only going to save pretty much a snapshot of what you have. You won't have any of the layers to work with at a later time. Okay, we'll start getting used to this. I guarantee it. Okay, well, I hope that helps you out with text. Looking forward to seeing what type of artists you guys find and the starting of design of your pages. I think you guys will do really well. All right, take care.